Hello, this is Clean Coach Carly. I am the staff nutritionist for Healthy Habits Living. Today I'm telling you about a really unique company, and it's one of the premier companies that we work with. I'm talking about Innate Response Formulas. What is that name, Innate Response? Well, an innate immune response is something that your immune system does for you. This is when your body actually just already knows, your immune cells in particular, already know how to deal with an invading pathogen or toxin. And we're all born with an innate immune response in our bodies because we are programmed for health and healing. So Innate Response Formulas named their company after this innate ability that our bodies have towards health and healing. Innate Response Formula has a motto. They say that they are the human body's biggest fans, and they have crafted their supplements to support that innate movement or ability for us to have health and healing. Here's a couple of other things that are interesting about them. So they are a whole food company. Okay, so in other words, all of the supplements that they make are made from whole foods. Now, most of the supplements that you and I know about or that we take are made in the laboratory, or they're extracted or taken from foods or vegetables or herbs, whereas innate response formulas are actually whole foods. So when you look at that tablet, it's a bunch of different foods ground up into a big smoothie and made into a tablet. I'll explain that process in a minute. Here's what you're not going to find in innate response formulas supplements. You're not going to find any gluten or dairy, which is great because so many of us are sensitive to those things. You're not going to find any soy. They are glyphosate free and they're certified. So they have an outside lab that makes sure that none of the fruits and vegetables or plants that they put into their supplements have any Monsanto Roundup glyphosate residue. They're also testing them for over 125 herbicides and pesticides. Make sure that that is not in there. They're non-GMO certified. So none of the fruits, vegetables, herbs that are put into their supplements are genetically modified. And most of their supplements are vegan friendly. So they have no animal ingredients. And all of their supplements are vegetarian. Here's the very most interesting part. They have a process of harvesting and preparing their foods for the supplements. And they call this process the slow food process, SLO food. So what they do is they work with local farmers when possible. And of course, they get organically grown fruits and vegetables that are free of all those sorts of residues that we talked about. And they flash freeze them to kind of lock in and save all of those nutrients from the fresh vegetables and fruits and herbs. Then they kind of make it into like a big smoothie, right? They just blend all of these different fruits and vegetables together that are supplying all of their nutrients. And then they slowly dry them or dehydrate them. And it's a much slower dehydration process than normal dehydration. And studies have shown that this slower dehydration allows for even more of the nutrients from the raw fruits and vegetables and herbs to be saved and end up in your supplement. So that is really what makes them very, very unique. So of course, I always recommend that you are eating whole foods, fruits and vegetables every day. And it's certainly not an easy feat these days, especially when even our fruits and vegetables at the grocery store, if they're not organic, we know that they are missing some nutrients. And even some of our organic things are missing nutrients and are not always tested for pesticides, herbicides, et cetera, et cetera. So if you are somebody who's really trying to get whole food nutrients into your diet, your first step, of course, is to eat whole, real, rich foods. And the second step is to consider taking a whole food multivitamin or another formula offered by Innate Response. So here at Healthy Habits Living, we are here to help you get healthy so that you can stay healthy and be healthy.